Hello everyone, Zelrant here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about unions within Etheria Restart. Now with the unions, I originally had not planned on running a union, but I ended up doing so within an alliance. And so I thought I'd kind of talk about what you want to make sure you're doing daily after you join a union. Is there's a lot of different things that you can get within a union. Now this isn't going to cover everything because the guild versus guild content is not out. I'll have to make a separate video on that once it comes out. But right now I have a union that I have created called Zelrus. It kind of matches the same name as mine from Girls Frontline 2. So we are currently actually full right now, but one of the big things is that there's multiple things that you want to make sure you're doing daily within the union. The first thing is, and this is a very simple thing, is the check-in. Make sure you're getting in the check-in on a daily basis. The big thing being that as long as you have 25 members that check in, you're going to get the most resources out of it, which includes some more stability. So that's going to be more energy that's going to help you progress within the game. The union tokens or union coins, these are going to be used in the shop, which we'll take a look at here in a second. And then after that, one of the important parts of the union, one of the big reasons that unions are going to be so useful to you is the dataset library supply packs, where you're going to get these Etherian datasets upon activation. Now, what those are is that there's this option over here called Union Insist. And so in here, this is where you can place one of your anonymous, I can always forget the name of your things, but your animus on here. And basically you have the coins. It's random what you get per day. And these coins you will donate to other people as they put them out here. You can donate one to yourself. I'd advise doing that since you want to max yours out. And so what this does, when you get 4 donations to yours, you will get one piece of a currency that once you have 50 of them, you can actually get a dupe of whatever character you put out here. So as you can see, people are putting characters out here. And I'm putting, I forget her name, but I put her out there. After I got 4 donations here, I clicked it, and so it's telling me I have to wait till tomorrow. But I basically got one piece out of 50 that are needed to get a dupe of her, and that dupe will basically level her up and give me the little bit of bonus I have. Now, one of the big things is you only get 1/50th of it. It's going to take 50 days to get a dupe. So you're going to have to take one of your whatever unit you want and put it on here, and I would just consistently do them every day. Because it's going to take a month and a half, basically, to max out one of these to get a dupe. But it is a way to do that. Now, you can only use the RGB or the red, green, blue ones. You cannot put a light or dark one on here to get that. And also, one other advice, which I need to tell this in the union because I still see people doing it, is Leanne is not a good option for this. The big reason being is you actually have a way to max her out. Now, the first ones are going to be from this here. So you'll get 1 copy of her dupe in basic training 3. That's one of them. And then over time, depending on if you're still using her, if you go into the exchange shop, I think it's, the summon shop, you can get 3 dupes of her in here. Now, it's quite expensive on this, but you can get 3 here at the cost of whatever other resources in here you'd have to skip over depending on how many pulls you do. Which I would definitely say you do not want to skip over because the light and dark unit pulls are probably like the most expensive thing in this game. But, man, cat, you're grabbing my neck here. But, yeah, if you eventually want to, you can get the dupes here, which is why I wouldn't advise doing hers in the union. But, so you have that, and make sure you're doing these daily. Most unions like mine, it's a requirement that you're using these on the people. And you want to make sure that also, like I've mentioned in my union, you don't want an overabundance of the same color. It's kind of tricky because it is random what everybody gets. So you could see an overabundance of the same color. But that's just kind of the RNG of this system. So just make sure, like if I had a blue or a green, I would actually go to use mine on the people that have theirs the closest to being done first, and then slowly work on other people's. You have that. Then you have weekly quests here. And so the first week, this one's going to be pretty hard to get everything done simply because it was a shorter week overall over the weeklies. But you want to work on these because these slowly contribute to an overall union total that can give you a bunch of rewards. You have some EXP, 50 crystals here. Stamina. These stamina ones are going to be important. Make sure to hold on to those. Also, waiting for the double up event in the future. But at the very end, you can get a gold shadow print, which that's good. So that's one gold shadow print per week. And there's multiple other places you can get them too. So you should be able to level up your stars over time as you're acquiring these. And these are all pretty easy things. It's just kind of doing certain things that you're going to be doing on a daily basis. Like right now, I'm working on Terramaton threshold. I got to get that to 60 to get this one. And so that's kind of like the main thing I've been farming. Just because not only for the gear right now, but also this as well. Let me have that. And so that is the weekly quests. And then you also have this, the Union boss here. And this is where you can fight this boss as many times as you want, but it only tracks the best score you get on this boss. Now, I will be making a guide on the boss based on the conditions. I'm still kind of learning it a little bit myself as I'm kind of building my team up through the content. But you can try this as many times as you want with different teams, however you want, and you want to get the best score you possibly can, and it'll take only the best score you can. And that'll contribute to overall basically killing them or removing all their energy. And you slowly build up the rewards all the way to the kill chest here, which gives you some currency right there. And you can also, this also is just like if you're one of my watchers for Girls Frontline 2, you can bring in a support unit as well. So if you have like a whale or something in your union, you can borrow their top tier character and utilize them. And so, nice fun there. Nothing too crazy. There are tier lists for what units are best at this and what kind of teams you want to do, like on Pride and stuff. So you can kind of reference that if you want to get an idea of a good team to use based on what you currently have within your account. And then that is the bulk of it right now. United Front is the Guild vs. Guild, which is not currently out at this time, so you won't be able to utilize that. But then there's the other thing, which is your guild overall has a level that you're gonna... If your guild's active right now, you should be getting around level 5, 6, or maybe even a little bit higher. And that's going to slowly unlock different things in the shop. And this is what this currency is primarily for. Now, you do have polls in here, which, to me, I'm right now kind of debating what I think is the most important in here. But there are things that are going to be important over time. The big one's going to be these red shadow prints. I think... they will be extremely important for maxing out your stars on your SSRs eventually. So those will be important. But the other big one here, and I think this is the one probably going to want to make sure you can buy every week, is these perfect lattice fragments, because you need 50 of these. This gives you 5, so it'll take 10 weeks to do it. But the perfect lattices, if you're not like a whale or a heavy spender or buying any of the packages that have them, they're fairly rare, and those are what you're using on your Animus to, on here. These are what you use right here to level up their skills so you can slowly move through here. I mean, we're getting kind of an abundance of, I wouldn't say abundance, we're getting a decent amount right now from all the introductory stuff, but they're going to become more rare, and you're going to want to do all the activities that kind of give you them over time, and one of them is the Union. And so that's why I think that's going to be probably the most important in the shop. And then the other one's going to be definitely the red shadow prints. Shadow prints are kind of farmable. We'll kind of have to see at endgame. I'll be making an endgame guide once I eventually get to it. Because I think the shadow prints may change a little bit depending on what you're farming at the endgame. Because you can get the blue one. You can get the blue ones, which it takes a lot of them to get all the way to red. But you can get those in the XP farms. I think it's always blue. Yeah, so it's always blue. So you can get these in here, but it takes, I think, 3 to make the next tier. So 3 to make a purple, 3 purples to make a gold. So that's 9, or yeah, 3 to make a purple. Purple to gold is then, what is it, 27? And then 27 times 3, so what, like 80 or something? So it's a crap ton of those to make a red one. And so that's why I think they'll be important. But in the long run, who knows what you'll be farming and how easy they'll get. So I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are going to be, this is going to be an important one down the line. As well as the purple lattices for all your SR units. And you can get 2 of those in here. But that is the shop. And I think that's pretty much everything with it. It's fairly simple with how the Union works. right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.